What's up, Juventini? Alberto here. Got all your Juventus news. All right, City pushing Phillips towards Juventus. We'll take a look at that. Adrian Rabiot's mother addresses the rumors suggesting that he is ready to accept an offer from Juventus. And Sudakov, a ton of teams will be looking at Sudakov. Is Juve going to try to strike first? We'll take a look at that as well and much, much more. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. Let's rock. First things first, we have a birthday to celebrate, all right? Tanti auguri go out to an absolute legend, Fabrizio Ravanelli, all right? So my journey with Juventus begins with this guy making up that incredible trident next to Gianluca Vialli and Roberto Baggio. So for me, I loved and adored all three of them. Ravanelli, an absolute beauty, a legend. I must have done his classic celebration with the shirt over the face a million times on the schoolyard, all right? I wish him nothing but the best on a special day. Auguri, Ravanelli. Now, we get to the news. Vlahovic, his agent, has been in Turin over the last few days, and the situation is the exact same according to Nico Schira. Juve looking to extend to 27 or 28, take that salary from 12 million on the books to between 8 and 9 million per year. This could also help a future sale, but it helps them on the books, work with other players, potentially make other moves, all right? So it just helps Juve a ton. Whether or not Vlahovic is willing to do so, we still have to wait and see. There were rumors and rumblings about him wanting to insert a release clause. We just have to wait and see, but this one is going to be one of those ones where we figure it out in the spring. Not like these extensions like Bremer, for instance, that should be wrapped up this month. So with Vlahovic, we will just have to wait and see. Adrian Rabiot, his mother addresses the last set of rumors in terms of his contract extension, which are that he is ready and willing to accept even a 1 year to remain at Juventus. She says, completely invented and nothing of the sort has been determined yet. He is solely focusing on football. So that's one that's going to drag out like it did last year, probably to season's end. We have to wait and see. Now, we get to some of our targets. City apparently is pushing Calvin Phillips towards Juventus because they do not want him going to a rival. And apparently, to these reports, Juve is sizing it up for January. We will just wait and see, but his name will not go away from Juventus. Let's wait to see if any of the big dogs like Schira, Di Natale, or Agresti jump on the Calvin Phillips rumors. We'll have to wait and see. Now, we get to our youngsters. The ones to watch in the winter mercado are Iling Jr., Dean Huijsen, and Caviglia. Yes, now all different circumstances. Huijsen has a lot of interest from teams that are ready to take him on loan. They know Juventus will not give him up. Caviglia could potentially go out on a loan, but Iling Jr. could be that piece that is used to bring in Sudakov. And Sudakov has a ton of interest around Europe. Juve might try to strike first in January, but they would need the funds to do it. He's going to sit somewhere around 25 to 30 million euros. It's also being reported if Sudakov comes or a player like that, Juve could potentially switch into a 3-4-1-2. Now, you know what I think. I don't like a 3-4-3. The 3-4-1-2 does make sense because you still have three midfielders and you're using a two-man pivot with two out of your three midfielders. I would like to see us attempt that. Sudakov would be a big step up, in my opinion, from Miretti and where Miretti is at right now. Miretti needs a loan. So I'm not against this whatsoever. But do I see Sudakov joining in January? I don't know. At 30 million euros, I'm still starting to get this feeling that Juve's just posturing up financially for the summer. But let's see what happens, because Mana has also spoken about it. And Mana, in his interview that came out today, says, we are extremely satisfied with the squad we have. We are not actively searching for players, but if an opportunity arises in the Mercado, we will be ready to seize it. So who knows what's going to happen? And Mana just leaves it open-ended that, hey, we could strike if the opportunity arises. Who knows what's going to go down, all right? Gatti's got a ton of interest. Apparently, Everton and Nottingham Forest are coming out now. He's red hot, but his desire remains to stay at Juventus as expected, all right? Non si tocche a gatti. And now your fitness status heading into the week. Rabiot's out due to a knock, so he missed training today. Shouldn't be a big deal. Rugani's got the flu, so he was out. And Weah, more partial training with the group. There's optimism. He could be back in the squad list for this Friday against Genoa. That wraps up your news break, everybody. You guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, but let me know what you think about all the news you heard. Do you think Rabiot is going to extend with Juventus? Do you think Calvin Phillips is going to be coming in? Or do you think it's going to be Sudakov? Or do you think nobody comes in January? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments. Let's mix it up. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next update. As always, fino alla fine, Forza Juventus.